Okay, now we're ready to start. All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us for the Ladies Let's Go Fishing Zoom meeting. We're really excited to see everybody today. I'm going to talk about just for a second what happened in the Keys. You can all hear me now, right? You can hear me? Good, good.
Yes.
I got a good thumbs up. And before I do that, I'd like to give everybody gives a thumbs up for our veterans. Today is Veterans Day. And thanks to everybody's service, our country is one of the best places in the world to live. Yeah, things are crazy, but it still is one of the best places. Okay, so I would like to, give me 1 second. We just had our Keys event. Hold on, somebody wants to buy raffle tickets. Do you want any? I can put you in and you can pay later. Here's the deal with the raffle tickets. We didn't sell enough, but if anybody wants to buy them during the event, I will take in a few minutes a show of hands if you didn't get to buy it, because normally you have 2 weeks to buy them. This time you had like 3 days. We're a little short. If I can sell just a few more, I'm going to pull for the raffle for the Costas. They make fantastic sunglasses, and you know, they're the difference between seeing the fish and not seeing the fish. I'm going to get back to that a second. I'm going to ask that question. Oh, geez. $10 a ticket. $10 a ticket. I can put you in, let me know, and you can pay later. How many? All right, I got somebody that wants to buy tickets. And the reason is I would like to pull that tonight. Okay, so in the meantime, what happened in the Keys was absolutely incredible. And we had ladies come from all over the United States, more than 40 ladies, and we had 160 fish caught. And releasing 109 for a total of 269 fish. And that was held in Island Rada. And what was really cool is that they could fish inshore or offshore. I'm going back to gallery view. So offshore, we had a little tournament called the Fishing Fever Tournament. And we gave like rods and reels to the top offshore and inshore boats. And top offshore was Diane Odell from Cocoa Beach. And she caught a 25-pound Rahu on the Seahorse with Captain Rick Rodriguez. Second place was Robin Highnote from Avon Park, Florida, with a 14.5-pound Mahi on Doghouse with Captain Jesse Cromer. Then excitingly, we had a sailfish release who won top offshore release, Joni Craig, Gainesville, Florida, for a 65-pound sailfish estimated on Phoebe with Captain Frank Trudy. Inshore, we had Don Miller, Punta Gorda, 32-inch snook with Captains Chris Hansen, Scales to Tails. Second place was split between Julie Mayer, Taneytown, Maryland, and Don Miller, Punta Gorda, Florida. Both of them caught a 30-inch snook on Captain Chris Hansen, Scales to Tails. And then top junior angler was Annabelle Goulart from Belle Isle, Florida, for a blackfin tuna. So it was a great event, and we had a full day seminar so the ladies could learn, and there was fishing Friday, fishing Sunday, and the seas were absolutely gorgeous. On Sunday, you know, the fish do like a little wave action, but Sunday was like Lake Atlantic calm where the sea meets the sky. So it was really, really great event. And we will be going back to the Keys next year in June and October. And give me about a month because I have to confirm facilities and speakers and things like that to get that all set up. And one thing I do need to do right now is to promote our sponsors. And I am going to share the screen to, let me find it. I will do it right now. Can you all see it?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, okay, so we have major sponsors like Mercury Marine and Take Me Fishing, a great source of new information. Shearwater Boats, which we have a 25 250 XTE, we'll be putting it on the market. Taco Marine, Fish Florida, if you want a nice license plate and contribute to furthering education and conservation, it's Fish Florida, Magic Tilt Trailers, Penn Lowrance, and Power Pool, which makes shallow water anchors. And then here we have annual sponsors. You can see them all on the website, but it's Freedom Boat Club, Costa, CCA Florida Star, Hubbard's, Future Angler Foundation. Trying to make it bigger for you. Bob's Jack Plate, AFCO, Seaguar, Frog Tog, Smith Optics, Icon. So all these people are important. So when you're out there buying gear or recommending things, there you go. So I'm going to stop this share right now. Okay. So I'd like to now bring Kevin, if you are ready.
Yeah.
Okay, there is Kevin. We are really pleased to, and then we're going to get to the raffle. On the way, before we do this, was anybody wanting to buy raffle tickets that didn't get to do it yet? Raise your hand and how many tickets and its honor system. Anybody that wants to get raffle tickets for Costa Del Mar, anything you want. Okay, I'm not saying it. In the meantime, you can chat and I could just bill you later, or you can get online because I would like to pull it tonight. And I'll look at the chat. So right now, let's let Kevin DeNell from Guy Harvey Outpost Resorts. We want to hear about what is Guy Harvey Outpost Resorts, where are they, and you can start with telling us about the Tickled Pink tournament that we had with the ladies at Camp Mac, Guy Harvey Outpost Resort in Lake Wales. Kevin, take it away.
Yes, thank you for having me, Betty. We had a great event in October. I think the same time the Keys event went out. We weren't catching 65-pound releases with sailfish, but we were definitely having fun in the Lake Kissimmee area, which Camp Mac, as everyone knows, is a legendary fish camp that's been there hundreds of years. It's an RV park with a lodge and some cabins right on the Kissimmee chain of lakes. So we run a bonfire tournament series trail at Camp Mac with a lot of bass anglers, and it's a 4-tournament trail through the year. And in October, we ran the Tickled Pink playoff as part of that, which was to raise money for breast cancer awareness, which we thought it would be great to do a ladies let's go fishing class during that, and then run a tournament for ladies let's go fishing on 2 boats that would coincide with our big tournament, where the ladies could see what a true bass tournament is, do the weigh-ins, talk with the anglers, be around the anglers, go to the captain's meeting. And we had 12 attendees at the Tickled Pink playoff for the ladies let's go fishing that broke it into 2 teams. The winning team caught 4 bass releases. They got to do their own releases too, so they brought the bags up, put them on the scale and weighed them, and then took them off and released them just like a tournament angler. So we had a great time. That was the winning boat with 4 bass releases out of 5 catches that you could take in. We got a lot of garbage fish division as well up there that they caught, but mostly it was a bass tournament. So we weighed in bass only at this tournament. So it was a lot of fun. We had a class with Captain Scott Taylor that taught the lady anglers how to fish for bass on Kissimmee and elsewhere in the United States. Scott's our captain up there at charters, so he gave a good rundown on Friday. We had music and a captain's meeting and party on Friday night, and then Saturday they got up early, fished on 2 pontoon boats with a guide on it, and then had the weigh-in. And then we have a free concert every Saturday night up there for our events, so they were able to participate in the concert as well. So
when I was at ICAST, I participated in my first bass tournament. And it's
Well,
fun
yeah,
because
they
we
do.
have
Yeah.
pontoon
Yeah.
boats. So each pontoon boat took 6 ladies. But it's
Yeah.
really cool to see how they do it at the bass tournaments. Because they have like bags ready and you put the fish in the bags and then they like weigh them, and there's a crowd there, and it's just really exciting to be a novice bass angler and be in a tournament. And then you gave first place trophies to all the ladies on one of the boats. I thought that was just awesome.
Yeah, we gave first place trophies, a big fish trophy, as all tournaments always have a big fish. So as Betty says, it's kind of neat because you have tanks set up all around and you put your bag in the tank so the fish lot lives. And of course, you release all the bass. So we got a release boat right there. So the process of the bass tournament is kind of different than an offshore or saltwater tournament that you see sometimes. And that's what's kind of fun about it, because everyone crowds around the way in looking for fish. And then, obviously it gives a hoot and holler when you catch a fish and bring up a big fish. So I think everyone had a lot of fun. I'm not sure if anyone is on the call was at the event, but we also light up a big bonfire sculpture that was a 18-foot bass that we designed. So we'll do that in November here, coming up for our last tournament of the season. So it's a real fun sort of payout tournament that we organized up in Kissimmee. So
Well, you know what's cool about tournaments is, yeah, you'll have experienced people, but you can get lucky. I mean,
yeah, you can. Yeah.
you just don't know. So, that was an extra thrill for the ladies. And so now we have the Ladies Let's Go Fishing St. Augustine event with surf fishing for 2 days and the Night of Lights golf cart tour, which is so much fun. So tell us what's up for that and how many slots we have left. And that is at a really nice Guy Harvey Outpost with a fabulous restaurant called Santiago's. And it's on the beach in St. Augustine, which is a really wide beach. And you can even drive cars on the beach if you have 4-wheel drive. And it's just really cool. And the St. Augustine is just so historic and nice. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that's coming up the following weekend here on the 20th and 21st. This is our 3rd year doing it. I think it's a lot of fun for any angler out there from a standpoint of St. Augustine is the nation's oldest city, as some may know. So it's got a lot of history downtown, and the beach is always voted in the top 10 in the United States. So you got a great beach, a great historic downtown that's sort of Key West like, if those who visited Key West. But on this weekend, November 20th, is the kickoff of Nights of Lights for St. Augustine, which is rated in the top 10 in the world for holiday lights by National Geographic. So it's a real big light show that every year gets a lot of people to come down to it. So we thought it was fun to have surf fishing, which is big in the northeast coast, which is great because of the large beach. The fish come in closer to the shore, catch a lot of big redfish up there on the beach, and then also allow the ladies to do a Nights of Lights tour to experience the history of downtown, and obviously one of the greatest light shows you can find in the world. So on Saturday, we'll open up with our first class of 10 lady anglers. We've got, I think, 2 spots left for Saturday from 12 to 4. And you get to go out and fish on the beach with our guide, Noel Kuhn there. Noel will teach you. He's a great instructor. We'll show you how to surf fish, show you how to do that. You'll catch fish. He'll instruct you how to catch better fish from the shore. He's probably one of the best you can find in all of Florida for surf fishing. And then on Saturday evening, we'll have a little dinner at Santiago's for people who want to have dinner there. And then we shuttle you downtown so you don't have to worry about parking. It's a short drive to downtown, and we have our golf cart tour there ready to go. At 6 o'clock, they will flip the switch to turn on the lights in St. Augustine. So it's a big fun event where they have a free concert for an hour from 6 to 7. And then our golf cart tours from 7 to 7:45. And then you go through the Nights of Lights, all of the historic downtown, the fort and things like that in St. Augustine. And then we pick you up and take you back to St. Augustine Beach and leave you at the Guy Harvey Resort for if you're staying at the hotel or driving somewhere else. On Sunday, we have a 12 to 4 class as well. If those can't make it on Saturday, at least you can come in Sunday from 12 to 4 as well and do the class. It's the exact same class. We just figured give more spots for people. Noel will teach that class again from 12 to 4. He's, again, a great guide you can find in Northeast Florida that does, charter fishing from the shore from that area.
Let me add a few things. Noel, Noel, you call him,
No,
what he does, he shows you, when you're surf fishing, the rods are really long and he brings them. You can use your own too, but 7 to 10 foot. Well, you put the sinker on, like sometimes it's a pyramid sinker. He'll show you which sinkers to use in which conditions. And he'll also show you where the fish are, like where do you cast to, look for troughs and things like that. And he'll show you that technique for like sort of loading it on the background. You leave it on the beach and you use your right hand to propel the rod and get, he can cast so far. It's just amazing. And then also it's good to learn what kind of fish you can catch, like what's a whiting look like? Can you eat it? You might catch a flounder, you might catch a pompano. Pompano is probably the species they will target the best. And then he puts whatever's caught in the bucket and, everybody shares it, or you can draw numbers and they can take the fish home whole. So it's not just surf fishing, it's when you're done, you're gonna learn about the tackle you need, what kind of sinkers, fish bites might be there, and I think they are. I think Brett from Fish Bites is gonna be there and give everybody a sample of fish bites which is an artificial flavored piece that you could put on below your sand flea and it doesn't come off and you can use it cast after cast. And then usually Noel also shows about sand fleas and usually like brings a rake to show you how you can get your sand fleas yourself. So the whole thing is to learn and
correct. Yeah.
meet the other ladies and enjoy the Night of Lights tour. So you just have the whole package and it's all compressed into 4 hours of time. So
Yeah.
it's a fabulous experience. I've been there before and it's fabulous.
Yeah, and the
Tell us,
hotel is right on the beach, so it's a great Guy Harvey resort on the beach, and
yeah, and they
a
moved
little
it
cooler
from
in that time of
morning.
year up there, but it's still a great time to be on the beach, in my opinion.
Well, you never know really far in advance when the fish are going to be there, and they moved it to the afternoon because the tides are better. And he explains why you need to know about the tides for surf fishing. So, do you have anything else about St. Augustine? They can sign up on our website at ladiesletsgofishing.com. It has a link to the Guy Harvey Outpost Resorts
Yep.
sign up page.
Yeah.
And you can also, it's $85 for the instruction, which is a good value, and the fishing and your rod and all that stuff. And then the Night of Lights tour is only $25. And trust me, golf cart is the way to do it. If you try to do it by car, you are sitting
You won't
bumper
get through it.
bumper. At least in a golf cart, you're like in the open air and you can talk. And the tour guides are so nice because they talk about like what you're going by and they talk about, the trees and other sites, and it's quite entertaining. So it's a fabulous event and it usually sells out. So if anybody wants to sign up, they should. Facebook people, I'm talking, so I cannot see your comments, but we will follow up with that information later. But next, can you tell us a little bit about what is a Guy Harvey Outpost Resort and where are the other ones that people can check out?
Yeah, we have most of our properties have been in Florida, obviously, for Guy Harvey Resort. It's obviously off Guy Harvey himself. So we may have seen some on the Keys and St. Pete Beach, but our properties currently are St. Augustine, Lake Kissimmee. So we have a freshwater, saltwater. We have a couple planned for 2022. We're hoping to announce soon. We've got some offshore properties as well in the Bahamas. We've got one in Isla Mujeres, as some may know. Isla Mujeres is a great location for sail fishing. It also is known for its whale shark dives that are seasonal. Usually sail fishing is the time frame of December to March, where it's one of the best sailfish bites you can find in all of the world. And then the whale sharks actually come in from June to August, and that migration is something new that they found, where you swim with the whale sharks, snorkel only, and they have pods of 50 to 60 whale sharks that you swim next to. which is pretty cool for an outdoorsman. Guy Harvey's guide there actually started a thing called mako fishing there in April, and that's the other big fish they catch in East Harris. And you'll see a lot of images of Guy diving down there with mako sharks. That's usually where he's at when you see those things. But our Guy Harvey outposts are basically based on Guy Harvey that takes obviously conservation in there, unique travel destinations that we think a Guy Harvey fan would be a go and travel to. St. Augustine definitely fits that. It's an old surf town. Lake Kissimmee's that from an old freshwater fishing. Our offshore product from East Harris is top of class from, sail fishing and then whale shark diving, obviously Makos. So we looked at a lot of our properties, that sort of carry the Guy Harvey DNA at the end of the day.
Okay, well, getting back to Isla Mujeres, all right. I went there one time. I went out of Cancun with Bobby Jones, who just got a big award from the IGFA. And we went out one day and released like 22 sailfish. And then the next day, it was like 20 sailfish. I was like, okay, my arms are tired. Can you drop me off at Isla Mujeres on the way back? What a charming island there. It's a small island. It's got shops, great beaches, great restaurants, margaritas. You can rent a scooter. And I would like to sometimes set up a ladies let's go fishing type event there, because Isla Mujeres is like, it's away from the hustle and bustle. It's kind of like the Bahamas. When you get there, you can just forget about the rest of the world. So, once
It's very old Key West like too, I think, Betty, just like you said, it's a small island where it's easy to walk around and get around the city or the island for sure.
Yeah, it's not like Cancun with all the high rises. I mean, Cancun is nice too, but
yeah,
I needed a relief from all that, and I really enjoyed my time at Isla Mujeres. So I'm hoping sometime to set up something like that. What about I'm trying to find on my, let's see, on my screen. There's like some other resorts like a marina in let's see where that is. Green Turtle.
we have some Bahamas. Obviously, Old Bahama Bay is part of our group and our collection. Green Turtle, their offshore product where they don't take as many marks as the Guy Harvey brand. They're traditional ones that we've been with for a long time. But we have obviously our main feature from the product standpoint is our destinations are Florida, the Bahamas, the Caribbean with Little Cayman, Mexico with Isla Mujeres, and those are our primary destinations. So
I'm showing right now Green Turtle on my share screen.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
And Green Turtle has really made a comeback from the hurricane. They've been, I'm a fan of Treasure Key, but they're making progress, but have a bit of a ways to go.
Yeah, it's been a great rebound for the Bahamas, I think, for sure, with the hurricanes and COVID slowing those things down. But it was a busy summer for the Bahamas for sure. It's a great destination from fishing, and obviously diving is spectacular too. So for those who can get over there, that's a great spot.
Well, Guy Harvey Outpost, like, he doesn't own them, but it's a branding thing. Like, I think he selected like some of his favorite places, and how does that work?
Well, it's just that we go into a place where we think that, a Guy Harvey customer likes to go, usually an outdoors person, one that's looking for an experience that's, top of class experience that they can, either fish, dive, explore, and do those type of things that, Guy sort of does as an adventure traveler. So we do hand select our locations, and which locations from a standpoint of usually has to be by the water. So we just want to make sure it's a good location that, people can be entertained. Our properties all carry the Outfitter brand, which allows people to shop and book their adventures right there, because that's really what it's about, being out on the water, hooking up with a top of class person, from your favorite guide to your favorite charter. So we look for those programs. We put them in place. We help put those in place with our properties. Just so we can, make sure there's a good experience. The experience really is on the water for us. I mean, everyone can have a nice hotel and good sheets, but it's hey, who do you trust when you want to go fishing? Just like Betty has a great network of knowing the guides. Who do you trust when you go diving? You know, you want to make sure you're spending a lot of money to get there. You want to make sure you get on the right charter, the right boat, the right person to go out there and experience with you. So
Well,
that's
whale
what we
shark, seeing whale sharks, or they have like whale sharks diving, like you can like swim next to them. I know they're not
yeah, that's
dangerous
Isla Mujeres, and
creatures.
that's June to August, and then you know you actually can do the Mako dive in Isla Mujeres in April, which you're in a cage for, but it's snuba, so you don't have to be a scuba diver. You can just snuba it, but those are top of class offshore adventures that you can go off to and do those for sure. I mean, the whale shark is an encounter that you know not many people ever knew about until 2007, I believe. So that's a fairly new thing that came to Isla Mujeres, where these whale sharks up to 300 congregate into that area, and you can go in there and swim with pods of whale sharks. So
But
if
whale
no one's
sharks,
done
what
that,
kind of,
that's crazy.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk. You continue.
No, I just saying the whale sharks is just unbelievable aggregation that you don't find often. So it's just one of those things that's you got to book early for it, but it's well worth it because you're swimming with some very big fish. So
Well, whale sharks are not like, explain to me if you know, they're not as predatory as like a maker sharks. No, you have to be in the cage.
yeah,
But I've heard like whale sharks are more like docile. I mean,
yeah, they're
my
only
dream is to
planning.
be swimming next to one.
Yeah, they're only plant eating, but they're massively big. So
They
it's
eat
obviously
plants.
you can in Mexico where they have this, you cannot scuba dive. You can only snorkel. So you go out in a boat of eight people, and you take turns, one person at a time, into the water. And believe me, you get worn out by the time you're swimming with them. But you'll have a pod of 12, 15 around you, and they'll be popping up around you and swimming right next to them. So you can't touch the shark, but they get close enough where you feel their massive size and you get to be right next to them, swimming with them. And then you rotate out with new swimmers just because that's how you sort of gauge it. But you don't have to wear a life vest if you have a rated wetsuit that allows you as a flotation device, which is easy to get. So you got to be pretty quick and mobile to move and swim there. But it's a bucket list and a half of a bucket list, that's for sure.
Well, how
And it's a
big are
short
these
flight.
whale sharks?
You fly into Cancun, like you said, Betty, you take the shuttle over to Isla Mujeres and you're right there.
How big are these whale sharks?
Oh, well, gosh, they're huge. They're the biggest fish in the sea. So I think at the end of the day, you can find, you see the average of them. I usually, I'm not the marine biologist here.
That's okay. I know, because you're a Guy Harvey Outpost Resort. But I mean, I think they're like
They're about 20 meters. So that's 60 feet up.
like
60 feet. So that's,
300, 500 pounds or something like that.
yeah, no,
I mean,
they're
I'm
bigger
just
than five.
guessing because
They're bigger than 500 pounds.
they
They're,
are. Okay, they're
yeah,
big, but they're not gonna bite you. I mean, maybe
no,
you just don't want to be in front of them when they suck in water, I guess.
yeah. No, that's exactly right. Usually they keep you away from sucking the water though, but
Yeah, 'cause I'm guessing their mouth is big as my car.
they're average up to 18 to 32 feet is what it is. So I mean, you're looking at a pretty big fish. So
And how can people find out about these amazing experiences with Guy Harvey Outpost Resorts? Can they get on a mailing list or can they check a website?
yeah, if you just go to the website guyharveyoutpost.com, we have our registration there where you can get more information, which we do send out monthly e-blast, nothing large, but to tell of our specials, but also seasonal things that are happening, at all of our properties, like the migration for whale sharks, like the sail fishing, to bass season in Kissimmee, to surf season in St. Augustine, to our main events where we host barbecue contests, bonfire events, dog surfing contest. That's what we really market to as far as our unique destinations and tell them about. So at the end of the day, you can go there, register for the fan to get an email, and we send it out to you and make sure we try and promote the best rate to our group. So, but please visit us at guyharveyoutpost.com.
Okay, and what I can do for you ladies and anybody that's on Facebook, if you're going to one of these events and you want other ladies or people from Ladies Let's Go Fishing to go, just send me an email And I'll put it out. I'll say, Christine Lauder is going to dive with the whale sharks. There's still availability. Does anybody want to go with her? Because it's kind of fun to maybe, know or meet the other people that are doing it. And what I can tell you is these international trips, like we're trying to work on a Bahamas trip, on the American Patriot, which has kind of been on hold due to COVID, where we're gonna get on a 135-foot boat. We can sleep on it. They have a chef. We're gonna go to Bimini and spend the night in Bimini and then go fishing for a day and come back. So that people like to do things with, with groups and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
we put that all on hold, but that's kind of at the mercy of the Bahamian government at this point. So when it comes time to announce that, I will do that. But I would really love to do something at maybe your Isla Mujeres resort. And you have an email list, because I get the emails about the whale sharks. I was like, oh God, I want to do that. You can get on the
Yeah.
email list, right?
That's exactly right. Yep.
Yeah, and I go way back with Guy. Back when he was discovered by Scotty Boyd, and we used to go to his house and fry turkeys for Thanksgiving. And that was before he became really famous. Now I don't even have a cell number, but Guy has always been nice to ladies Let's Go Fishing, and his company donates some prints that we can use for awards and things like that. So Guy is just, if you guys have never met Guy Harvey, he is such a champion. He's got the Guy Harvey Foundation to preserve marine life, and a lot of it is preserving sharks and fish that need to be preserved that people don't think about. So he really cares about the ocean. His art is spot on, and he's just a champion. I have, I think the world of Guy Harvey. So that's why the Guy Harvey Outpost Resorts are also something that he endorses, because if he doesn't like them, I'm sure they are not on the list. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is Guy is a fabulous guy.
That's
And,
right.
so support anything Guy Harvey does, the Outpost Resorts, buy his art.
Yeah, or just follow his work as far as what he's doing, from conservation education standpoint, for sure. He does a lot of great things for youth and education nowadays. He still does a lot of his research for shark research, obviously, which Betty was touching on, for conservation of sharks, and does a lot of tagging. And a lot of that tagging starts right in Isla Mujeres, for sure. So, from sharks there that he's tagging, makos he's tagging. So he does a lot of great things. I don't even know how he does it all and keeps up with it all, but he never stops. That's for sure.
Well, and if you're on the mailing list, sometimes that you get an invitation to join
Yeah.
Guy Harvey. I mean, it's not free, but there are
No.
some events where he's actually going.
Yeah,
And you
he's
can
doing
go
the
with
trips.
him and get to meet him. And let me tell you what, he is just an honest person. His wife is fabulous. He's an inspiration to the entire marine industry.
You're right. He is. I agree.
Okay, Kevin, any other
Okay.
words you want to say? Because
No, I
think
thank
just
you guys for your time. And obviously, if someone has stopped into our resorts, I thank you for that, for sure. And joining us with some of our Ladies Let's Go Fishing events. We think you guys are a great group. We'd love to do more if we can with you guys. So just keep us in mind, Betty, as you go through. And obviously, people, if we can help you find a great vacation, let us know for sure. So,
Well, I really appreciate it, because, you guys give us, really good rates and some fabulous opportunities. And before you go, does anybody have any questions for Kevin? Because this is your opportunity to ask him something. You can unmute yourself or raise your hand if you have a question. Oh, I'm seeing a message from Megan. St. Pete Beach, Guy Harvey is awesome. You didn't mention that,
yes.
did you?
And well, it got sold, unfortunately. So it's a dagger in our heart, for sure. It was tough to leave that market, but we're trying to get something actually back in St. Pete this year. So it's a great place for families, St. Pete Beach is for sure. So unfortunately, we're not in St. Pete right now, though.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a great update. Anybody, any other questions? Okay, well, Kevin, you're welcome to stay
Thank you. I
on.
appreciate it. Everyone have a great time. Have a great holiday season. Thanks again, Betty.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time because I know how busy you are, and I'm excited about the St. Augustine event. This is like
Me
a
too.
really
Come see us
fun
up
event.
there. You bet. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And let me tell you, you do not need to be an experienced angler to take any ladies let's go fishing. It's all designed to get into fishing. And even if you have fished before or have some experience, fishing is a life learning experience. If somebody knows or says they know all about fishing, then they don't know how to fish, because just when you think you know it all, something else happens and you're like, what am I supposed to do now? So yeah, we want to thank all our sponsors, and I'm going to get to, let's see, I was hoping Brett would get here from Fish Bites, but we're going to have him on another time. He will be at the St. Augustine event and be giving out some fish bites. If you don't know what that is, they are artificial baits you can put on your hook and catch more fish. They're really fantastic. So, so far, nobody's chatted that they want to buy any tickets for the Costa del Mar for a pair of sunglasses up to over $300 for a $10 ticket. If you change your mind, let me know. I'm going to show you, since we have just a minute, a couple of cool things I saw at the ICAST show that I haven't been able to show yet. I did break my right arm, and now I can show it to you. All right. Bear with me. Okay. At ICAST, this is a company called Lee Fisher International, and they make these great, it's still hard for me to hold up things. They make these great buckets, all right? And they're big, heavy duty buckets with a rope and a handle. And then what I saw at ICAST, it just floored me. This floored me. Let me get my knife. This is a bucket top. All right. And let me turn it around. It fits on the top of the bucket. Okay. Bear with me because I have my studio behind me. All right. So the way it works is it's a portable cutting tray. All right. It says it right there. But it has a recessed area where you can, like, when you're on the boat, like, you have nowhere to work sometimes. So you put it on the bucket and you have a place for like your sinkers, the lures you're working with, your fish bites or whatever. This has a little texture on it so you can set stuff on it. It's not going to roll off. And on top of it, this is by Lee Fisher International, right? On top of it, it has slits on the side, so you can put your fillet knife in there. It's got slits, or whatever fits in the slits. I mean, this is the most fantastic thing. All right. So then what you do is you can set this on your bucket. All right. And it sets down like that. All right. And then you set the bucket on the floor of your boat. Your boat's going back and forth, but this stays nice. And you have, like, you're not like opening drawers or whatever to find all your tackle. If you fly fish, you can put your flies in there. Your sinkers won't roll all over the place. If it's not on the market yet, it should be soon. It's Lee Fisher Sports or Lee Fisher International cutting tray. Oh, is this interesting? I mean, nod your heads. It's the cool thing. Okay, now here's another weird thing I found, and I'm going to get to the raffle next. Because, what time is it? Yeah, 6:15. We got a minute. All right. All right. This was pretty weird, but I thought it was really cool. All right. This is a cooling hat insert. All right. And you put it in your freezer like you would do an ice pack or your cooler. You know how hot it gets in Florida, right? Okay. So, and it's called, I gotta look at it. It's called a cooling hat insert, and the website is chillerbody.com. So what you do is you put it on your head, all right? Under your hat. Whoops, I got slippery here, so hang on a second. All right. You put it in your head, under your hat. I mean, how many times you've been out there fishing and it's hot as, connections. And and especially if you're trolling and there's no wind, it's really hot. Well, keeping your head cool keeps your body cool. So, I don't know, what do you think? It's pretty cool, huh? I thought it was awesome. I'm going to use it next time I'm fishing. Okay.
What is it called again, Betty?
Okay, it is called cooling hat inserts,
Okay.
and the website is chillerbody.com. I mean, I don't work for them. I don't get anything from them. But when I saw that, I was like, how unique is that? You know what I mean? Everybody, that's what I like about the ICAST show in Orlando is you see things that are new to the market, and I'm always like scoping, all right? What is cool and unique? Well, that's unique.
Mhm.
And I don't know how many times when I've been out there fishing and we're trolling and we're in the sun and there's no wind because we're trolling with the wind, I'm like, I'm so hot. And that, they have, there's like Frog Togs has, neck things that you can wear, neck chillers, and I recommend those too. Frog Togs, all right? And they have like it comes with like a little plastic thing where you could put some ice in it, or I just stick it in my cooler, and when somebody's like losing it from the heat, I was like, put this on. And I always bring a couple of them because I know right now it's not hot, but sometimes it's really hot and you're exercising a lot of energy when you're fishing, and you don't take enough time to drink anything because you're too busy catching fish. So hydration and cooling off your body is something that's important.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody raised their hand. Kathy, anybody want to get a raffle ticket before I draw this co-stop? Let me look at the chat here. Kathy, do you have your hand raised? Because you guys can raise your hands if I can't see you. All right. All right, so I don't see from the chat that anybody else wants a raffle ticket. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just, you know what? I'm feeling generous. I'm just gonna draw it anyway. So nobody else wants a ticket before I draw it. Okay, all right. I didn't give you a really long time anyways, so it is what it is. So I'm going to share. I uploaded the people that have already paid. That's not it. Wait, hang on a second. Let me try it again. Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me stop share there. Hang on. There we go. Here it is. So anybody who's on Facebook, like if you buy more than one ticket, you have more than one entries, and it's drawn randomly. I have no control about that. Christine Goodwin bought a lot of tickets, Susan Browning. So we didn't meet our goal, but you know what? It's the holiday, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So give me one second to access it. All right. So you see all the names. Let me get the chat out of the way. Nobody wants another ticket. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Entries, begin the giveaway. This is the coolest part. I have to pay for this, so that's what that's about. Okay, results. Susan Hink, the name at the top, is the winner. Congratulations, Susan Hink. No, shoot, somebody just wanted to do 2 tickets and he was too late. So congratulations to Susan Hink. Let me write her name down. And congratulations to her. I will be in touch with you, Susan. Is Susan here? Let me go back and do the stop share. Is she here? No, I don't see her. Oh, she is. Unmute yourself, Susan. Hang on. Unmute yourself. I can't hear you. You got to hit the unmute button. Look at the bottom. Tap down to the bottom of your screen and there is an unmute button. You might not see it if you're on a PC, roll your mouse. I'm trying to unmute you myself. Let's see. Hold on.
Okay, am I unmuted?
Yes, you figured it out.
Hey,
Where are you from, Susan?
Sebastian.
Where? Sebastian.
I live in Sebastian now. I'm originally from Miami.
Oh, congratulations, Susan. What I will
Thank
do
you.
is email you the code and you can
Okay.
order any coast of Del Mar glasses you want by the end of the year.
Okay.
I had
great.
somebody trying to buy tickets, but I drew it before I saw his text. So
Well, thank you,
you are
Betty.
you're the winner. What kind of pair are you gonna get? Aviators, wraparounds?
Probably wraparounds. I have to see. I don't know, but that's great. Thank you so much.
Yes, congratulations. You know, it could be anybody's choice, but you are the result of this round. So thank you very much. I think it took it off the share screen. So what I can do now is I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to stop the live stream on Facebook. If y'all want to talk to each other, thanks everybody from Facebook who has joined us. And visit ladiesletsgofishing.com to see what's up for next year, because I'm working on it. We have some exciting
Good.
things. And get on our mailing list online, because you never know what we're going to add.
Okay. Thank you, Betty, again.
Congratulations. And I guess, oh,